As good people exist all over the world, it's also said that black sheep can be found everywhere. And these evil people destroy country peace and make all situations worse, affecting the world's economy, infrastructure, and the people suffer as a result, with a huge amount of destruction added to the world. In this video, we've compiled a list of the top 10 criminals in the world. While the persons on this list come from all over the globe and have a range of backgrounds, they all have one thing in common: they are the most wanted people on the planet. Everyone on the list has been charged with a crime, some in domestic courts, some by international tribunals. They have all been suspected of committing severe crimes in the past and are considered a global threat. Some of them, like Dawood Ibrahim, who oversaw D Company, had the world's most violent gangs, and Yukon Guzman and Sinaloa cartel's chief. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Yukon Guzman, the most sought guy in the world. El Chapo, also known as Shortly, has been expanding his ruthless grip over Mexican passageways using to transport cocaine and marijuana into the United States. He is said to be hiding in the highlands of Durango in the northwest Mexico. Since 2001, when he fled from Mexican jail in a laundry car after Mexican judges determined he might be extradited to the United States, Guzman has eluded arrest. He currently controls Sinaloa cartel at the age of 53. He is more powerful now, according to the DEA, than he was 2 or 3 years ago. Number 9. Iman alZavahiri. Whether or not alZavahiri becomes the leader of Al-Qaeda, he remains sought by the US government, which indicted him for his participation in the bombings of the US embassies in Tanzania and Kenya in 1998, which killed hundreds of people. He was Osama bin Laden's former deputy and Al-Qaeda's number 2 for many years. Within Al-Qaeda, he was considered divided, but now that he is dead, he is the terror group's most notorious leader. Number 8. Dawood Ibrahim. After a recent gunshot outside his brother's home killed a bodyguard, India's most wanted man was forced to postpone his son's wedding event. Ibrahim has been the leader of the D Company, a 5,000-member criminal gang for years. Working mostly in Pakistan, India, and the United Arab Emirates, the organized criminal gang has been involved in everything from drugs to contract killings. According to the US government, Ibrahim shares smuggling channels with Al-Qaeda and has worked with both Al-Qaeda and its South Asian branch, Lashkar-e-Taiba, which carried out the November 2008 Mumbai attacks, potentially with Ibrahim's support. Ibrahim is accused of planning the bombings in Bombay in 1993, which killed 257 people and injured 713 more. Despite Pakistan's denials, Ibrahim is most likely in Pakistan, where he has close links to the country's formidable intelligence agency. Number 7. Semion Maglevich. In 2008, the public face of Russian organized crime was temporarily detained in Russia on suspicion of tax evasion at a cosmetic store. Maglevich was freed in 2009 after his attorneys declared him innocent of the tax accusations. The US had requested his extradition in connection with a $150 million stock scam, but there was never much of a possibility due to the lack of an extradition treaty between the two countries. Maglevich is suspected of being more than simply a stock swindler, according to the FBI, who has linked him to claims ranging from murder for hire to arms trafficking and perhaps nuclear material trafficking. Although Maglevich has disputed the allegations, the FBI established a special danger concentrate cell to focus on his last year, suggesting that he is still considered a serious criminal threat. Number 6. Nasser alWahishi. Al-Wahishi is the commander of Al-Qaeda's growing strength in Yemen, known as Al-Qaeda in the Arab Peninsula. He was Osama bin Laden's former secretary. He escaped from a Yemeni's maximum security prison in 2006 and is now free to operate in an unstable nation that's ideal for recruiting new members and raising funds. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula has made it obvious that it wants to strike the United States, claiming responsibility for the underwear bomber Omar Farouk Abdul Muttalib, and according to Abdul Hakim Muhammad, supporting his fatal attack on a military recruitment office in Little Rock. Number 5. Matthew Messina DiNardo. the boss of the Italian mafia, is fighting to stay alive as the Italian police launch a historic attack on the world's most notorious criminal organization. Most of the most sought mafia fugitive, including Giorgio De Masi, have been apprehended by Italian police in recent months. DiNardo has managed to avoid being imprisoned. When DiNardo appeared on the inaugural Forbes Most Wanted list 3 years ago, he was only emerging as a leader of the Italian mafia after the arrest of the Bernardo Provenzano. Arrests of the prominent mafia figures since then have left little question that he is the new ruler. DiNardo, the playboy of the Italian mafia, is renowned for leading a lifestyle, driving Porsches and wearing Rolex watches. Number 4. Elim Tortogono. Tortogono is a big-time Russian gangster nicknamed Taiwan Chick because of his Asian characteristics. He's originally from Uzbekistan. He is a key actor in the worldwide Eurasian organized crime, according to the US government, who has been implicated in drug distribution, illicit weapon sales, and stolen car trafficking. He is accused of rigging everything in Utah, from beauty pageants to Olympic competitions. He was charged by the US government in 2002 with bribing Olympic figure skating judges. After being caught in Italy, the US attempted to apprehend him, but Tortogono was finally released by the Italians. Number 3. Felician Kabuka. The most notorious guy in Africa is suspected of being the main funder of one of the world's deadliest genocides. In connection with the slaughter of over 800,000 Rwandans in 1994, the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda recently began extraordinary depositions in the case against him for serious violations under the 1949 Geneva Conventions, crimes against humanity and genocide. Prosecutors ordered the depositions because they were concerned that evidence against Kabuka may be lost or degraded owing to the passage of time or death of the witnesses. The radio station in Kabuka incited violence against Rwanda's Tutsi people. He also supplied transportation as well as weapons such as machetes and hoes. Number 2. Joseph Kony. Kony is the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, a guerrilla organization attempting to create a theocratic regime in Uganda, and more recently, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic in Sudan. Under Kony's leadership, the LRA has uprooted 2 million people and forced 60,000 individuals, including 30,000 children, to fight in his murder, rape, mutilation, and sexual enslavement campaigns. As part of their initiation into his society, he allegedly pushes youngsters to kill their parents. Since 2008, the LRA has murdered an estimated 2,400 people. The International Criminal Court has issued an arrest warrant for the Kony, charging him with 33 counts of crimes against humanity and war crimes. Number 1. Doku Umarov. The Caucasus Emirate, which wants to build an Islamic emirate in the southern Russia, is led by Russian Osama bin Laden. Umarov was a Chechen separatist before becoming a full-fledged terrorist, claiming responsibility for terror actions like 40-person suicide bombs in the Moscow subway station last year. He has been accused by the Russian authorities of the bombing of Moscow's Domodedovo airport in January, which killed 36 people. The US government offered $5 million in May in exchange for information, leading to his apprehension. This is all from today's video. Thanks for watching and remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel.